Hello everyone, this is Eli Rollman, and I'm here to show you a few tools we should be using at Creekland Middle School. The first one I want to show you is Nearpod. Our school district actually pays for us to have access to all the different features within Nearpod. One of those features is access to their library of different lessons, and we can actually search whatever we want. So you can type in cells, for example, and it gives you pre-made different lessons about cells. Also, we can search by state standards. So if you go to Georgia, you choose your subject, your grade level, and then you can choose whatever strand you want to cover. Another great feature within Canvas is you can create your own lessons and create a library of lessons. And when you create these, you can actually take your old PowerPoints and just drag them in there, and it will integrate them into it. Now you may be asking yourself, why don't I use PowerPoint? I'll show you a few features of Nearpod. Students can actually use this access code up here to have this Nearpod on their device, whether it be a phone, a tablet, a computer, and they have the notes directly in front of them. Or you can have a video on here and they can watch the video from their own device. And something else that's really unique about Nearpod that makes it different from PowerPoint is you can actually assess students and you get the data right away. And it's not just multiple choice questions. This one actually asks students to draw an image that represents how democracy works. So students would draw a representation and then their different answers would pop up across the screen, and I could share it with the rest of the class. You can of course ask multiple choice questions as well. There's also a review game called Time to Climb. It's just like Kahoot, quizzes, time students on different multiple choice questions. Whoever's the fastest gets the most points wins in the end. Also, you can ask open-ended questions that require students to analyze data from a source. So up here I actually have a website. Students would have to read this information, and then based off the information they read, they would have to answer the question and use evidence to justify their answer. Another cool feature is you can actually integrate web pages directly into Nearpod and have students build something on Nearpod. So this is another Nearpod I created, and students at the end would open this web page, and based off what they would learn, they'd have to create a meme. So there's a way for integration of different websites into Nearpod. Nearpod can also be integrated into Canvas, our learning management system, and you could collect data based off of student answers through that as they complete this Nearpod. Another tool I want to talk to you guys about is Quizlet. Quizlet's a great resource for students to review vocabulary, models, and maps. And as you see here, I've got something created for every single map and every single term set throughout 7th grade social studies. So when you look at this, it can be they can use it as flashcards and just open it up and look at the terms. They can do different types of review games to study different academic vocabulary, which is needed. You need that base knowledge of the different terms in order to do those higher ordered thinking activities. Another review game they can do is called Learn, where they answer questions, and as they answer the questions correctly, it asks them other questions, and eventually they get tougher as it goes. The maps work the same way, our models. Other types of review games, Test, there's a matching that times them, and then there's something called Quizlet Live. And Quizlet Live just is a group game where each student has a different answer, and they have to work together in order to get the correct answers, and whoever does it the fastest ends up winning the game. So Quizlet is a great resource for students to review academic vocabulary, review models, review maps. Some similarities between them. Both can be used to review academic vocabulary. Nearpod can introduce it, then they have those different types of activities that can assess their knowledge of that academic vocabulary at that recognition level. They both have review games built in for students to make it more of a competition for them. Quizlet has Quizlet Live matching. Gravity is another game they have, where Nearpod has Time to Climb, which is like Kahoot and Quizzes. They both can be done at school or at home by the students, and there is a free option for both of them, which is great. Differences. Quizlet only assesses at the recognition level, while Nearpod can ask students higher ordered thinking questions, requiring them to use evidence to justify answers, make inferences, or it can address different learning styles, having videos built into the Nearpod itself, or have students draw to display their knowledge, or write. There's different things that can be done on Nearpod to assess student learning. Quizlet Live is a review game for groups. Nearpod doesn't have that group review game feature that allows students to work on their communication and collaboration skills in order to accomplish a task. Nearpod can be done student-paced or be led by a teacher. How can you use this in your classroom? Well, Quizlet basically is going to review academic vocabulary or review models and maps. It can be done individually or as a group. Nearpod, you can actually flip your classroom. You can integrate a Nearpod into Canvas and have students watch it at home, or you can have it be student-paced in the classroom and have them go through a Nearpod in the classroom, or it can be used for whole group instruction. Some benefits. For both, they're going to build academic vocabulary, especially Quizlet with all the different review activities. Nearpod, student pace allows students to go at their own pace. So students who need to slow down and look at the material more, watch a video again, they have that opportunity, versus students who are understanding the material can go a little bit quicker. It addresses different learning styles. You can watch videos, you can look at images, you can read the material, you can display your knowledge through typing an answer or multiple choice or through drawing. You can also, as a teacher, collect assessment data when you merge this with Canvas, which can drive your instruction forward to see what type of mistakes students are making and if we need to go faster or slower or review a certain section of that Nearpod. Thank you, guys.